Okay, they say you'll learn it. They'll say it'll come to you in time. It's like having a baby. You just gradually grow into it. But I'll tell you, learning how to combine your art and business is no easy feat. You're gonna trip, stumble, and fall, make a zillion mistakes, because I've been there, I've done it, I know. And I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I'm gonna show you what I've done. It might be useful for you. You might be like, this lady's crazy. You might say, that's an incredible idea, I wanna do that. I don't know where you're at in your journey, but I know enough people ask me and repeatedly ask me how I grew my business to 7 figures. I have a staff of 14 people, and I'm able to take my time and go between New York and Michigan and grow and expand the business at this stage in my life in a way that feels natural, good, exciting. I'm not getting burnt out. And similar to others in my industry, I'm not going to be 75 sitting at a bench blowing glass, teaching a beginning glass blowing class. I'm just not going to do it. So I'm in this new space. It's going to be my office. Let me give you a quick tour. So it's blue right now, which is really actually kind of interesting because my office at home is blue too. So I like this color, but this one's like a little too cornflower blue. But what's happening is, you can see I am pulling all my notebooks out. And doing this pile here is my timeline to show you where I've been and how I got here and what tools I used to get here. As an artist, no one taught me these things, and I graduated from college in 1993. Now I get it, that's a long time ago, and maybe things have changed, I really don't know. But I can tell from going to art fairs and going around town to different events and venues that if it's being taught, it's not being used, but I don't know that it's being taught. See, when I was in college, my instructors had to show in galleries, they had to show up, they had to be viable and producing work. That's great when you're got a college degree, or you have a college job and you get a paycheck every week or every month, however it goes. It kind of keeps the wolves at bay. For me, I had a full-time job as a glassblower in a historical museum. The pay was fair. I mean, it was okay. I had to demonstrate to the public, and I had full health insurance. And this was right when I was starting out my career, and it sounds like that's the perfect gig. I mean, really, I graduated in 93, and how many glassblowing jobs were there in 93? Not a ton. I mean, museums didn't even exist yet that taught glass blowing in private studios. So I quit to run my own business, and it was first wholesale, selling wholesale while I had babies and raised my kids. And then we moved to a different game plan. And again, I'm transitioning now at this stage in the game. So now I'm doing some online courses, I'm doing private coaching, and I continue to expand and grow my business with a way that treats my lifestyle the way I want it to. And I don't feel tied to my business, but I still make a living and I still employ people. So my goal in this space is to show up and kind of start doing some training videos so that you will know how to grow your business. I personally write down everything. I am a firm believer in writing it, cements it in my brain. I'm a visual learner, and seeing it again in handwriting really cements it for me. And I also don't want to be in front of the computer 24/7 or on my phone. So in these journals is my path, and I'm going to share that and some of the life episodes that I've learned that will help any art career. So if you are learning how to sew, if you are a ceramic person, if you're making earrings, if you want to sell on Etsy, I have something for everyone, because I've walked that path. And I know just listening to how I present things and different ways I say things are really going to resonate with some of you. Take what you want. I mean, you don't have to go the path that I did. I know when we were starting out, wholesale was the way for us to go. When I put my kids to sleep at night, that's when I would do all my paperwork when they were young. And then during the evenings when we had a sitter, she would come to the house, and that's when I would blow glass. We took them with us to the wholesale shows. They were an integral part of our business from the beginning. And so there was no part of my career that was just, this is the job, this is family. For me, everything was intertwined the whole time, and I made it work for me. Part of the reason I'm guessing that you're an artist is because you have some creativity, you have ideas, you want to have growth in your life, and you want to do it on a schedule that fits you. So that's what we're going to talk about. In the comments below, put down any questions you have, things that you're thinking about, different ways you might want to grow your business, and I'm happy to throw in thoughts and suggestions. To give you a greater background of our business, we started doing wholesale 1993, and then we kept that up until 98. So what's that, 3 to 8, about 5 years of wholesale. Not my gig. I was so uneasy and understood the value of doing it, but it just wasn't my place. I am more of an introvert. I like to design, I like to manufacture, and there's a lot of hustle you have to do if you're selling to galleries. And nowadays, we're in the year 2026, and I don't even know how many galleries exist anymore. It feels like they're falling off the face of the earth. Although there are, Art Detroit Now is a great resource, and they just had their newsletter come, and there's tons of things listed in it. But if you really want to make a living as an artist, there's a big difference between just having a show on occasion or really making your living off of the art that you make. So there's so many layers to this. Do you want to do art part-time? Do you want to do it part-time as a side hustle until you can grow your business big enough that you can support yourself with your lifestyle? It's no different than content creation. I'm starting this now. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm setting up this whole gig, and I'm trying to figure it out. Maybe one day I'll make money off my content, but right now I still have my day job. I still make glass and sell glass and run that business. And on the side, I'm going to do these YouTube videos growing my brand. So you may find great wisdom in watching this just to see how quickly your brand can grow or not grow. So my intent here is to get everything in place, to kind of look at a timeline of how long it took. When you, in retrospect, think about your life, you're like, oh yeah. Like my husband will always say, I made thousands of those. And I'm like, that's bullshit. We did not make thousands of those. So as time goes on, your imagination brings everything way bigger, and it sounds for a great story and a real tale. But the reason I keep these notebooks is I want the cold hard facts. It took me 10 years to grow that part of the business. It took me 5 years. Whatever it took time. It didn't happen overnight. I do like how with the phones now, I can video blog, I can photo blog the story, the path of what we did. So now I can scroll back in all these images, and I can be like, oh yeah, we started this year. And then 6 months later, it took off and it was this. 8 months later, it took off, it was this. So I really enjoyed that part of the documentation process. And for me, that's what this is right now. This is a big part of my business, is getting a timeline of where I've been and a nice focus on where I want to go. I'm 58 years old this year. I do not want to retire, but I know there's something more. I don't want to be sitting at 65 on a beach somewhere sipping a margarita. That's just not who I am. I will be creating, designing, meeting artists, having consultations, coaching clients, whatever it's going to be. But right now I'm on a sabbatical, and what I want to do is take these next 2 months that I have to really refocus on what's in store for me for the future, how I can take all this information and grow it into the next stage, and what does that next stage look like. Now, clearly at 58, I'm pretty tech savvy, but I'm not super tech savvy. There's lots of tools out there that I am not aware of, but I'm going to tell you about the ones I am aware of and what's working for me and why it's working for me. We have an Etsy site. We have a website. We do a live glass blowing show. We do sales online. We do specialty shows. We do all kinds of things. And we're even starting to create a course, working with a video editor to have a course to sell. I do not put all my eggs in one basket. I'm a firm believer in you have to have a variety of items, if only to keep your stress level at a minimum. Another thing I'm noticing in my sabbatical now is that over the years, the anxiety kind of grew like this, and my emotional nervous system was completely wrecked. I just kept adding things to my plate. Oh, now we have social media. Now I gotta post. It's gotta be a viral post. We gotta come up with a new product. It has to be this. It has to be this. And then it just gets to be too much. So this is a way for me to step back, really look what's important, and talk to you all about different things that I've tried, things that work, things that don't work. I will tell you, our staff currently, I think our youngest person is 24, and we go up to 67. So I have a wide range of staff in a variety of ages. We do classes, we do shipping, we do online shows. So we have spread our wings in a way that works for us. I saw it in one of these notebooks, and I'll post the picture when I do find it. But I had a circle drawn of the core business and then all these offshoots of side hustles that I wanted to do off that main business. The other value of keeping track of these things is to allow yourself to feel that you can celebrate your accomplishments and see what worked and didn't work. I looked at that circle today and all the side shoots, and I was like, wow, a lot of these came true. This is really cool. On the same hand, some of the other ones kind of became dust and faded away. So it's really nice to see that transition too, so I can feel like I'm fulfilling my life's purpose and I'm moving forward. I have, in the last 2 years, really taken on a spiritual practice that's not like typical religion, but more metaphysical and ways to grow with the mindset. So that's what I'm looking forward to incorporating more in this next stage of my life. I'm also going to be doing a lot of outside work because getting back to nature was a core element in the thread of all my work and where I want to head. Now, I don't know how to edit that out. In the future, I bet I'll be able to edit it out because I'm also looking at YouTube. I've got all this dead space right here. This is great for graphics. So what I'm doing is setting the stage for where I want to take my videos as well. I want to film them this area. I've got natural sunlight coming in, which I really like. So once I get my desk and I set up my office, I'll add acoustics to it. And then I'll have a space here that I can add graphics in. So I'm green. I'm starting from the beginning. I am going to learn these things as time allows. I do not have any magical powers. I am not driving a Lamborghini. I'm not going to hire a bunch of people to do this for me. I'm going to figure out as my time and my money allows me to do so, while also living not a profitable life. What's the word I'm looking for? Fulfilled life. And I'm really excited about it. It is February in 2026, so let's go and see where this journey takes us. Thanks for being here today. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you on the next video.